Welcome to Beyond Hormones, how progesterone decline, estrogen fluctuations, blood sugar swings, and adrenal stress create systemic symptoms. In this session, we'll connect the dots, showing how perimenopause symptoms aren't just about hormones, but about the whole body network that they influence. I'm Amber Sullivan, a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, and I've been where many of you are, exhausted, moody, and wondering why my once stable body suddenly felt out of control. My mission is to help high-performing women navigate perimenopause with clarity, resilience, and confidence without medication, extreme diets, or challenging workouts. Perimenopause begins with hormone stability. The first hormone to fall is progesterone due to irregular ovulation. Without progesterone's calming effect on GABA, estrogen is unopposed, creating an estrogen dominance picture. Meanwhile, estrogen itself fluctuates wildly, blood sugar becomes unstable, and adrenal stress ramps up. Low progesterone removes its calming effects on the nervous system. Women feel more anxious, have trouble sleeping, and experience PMS-like symptoms. This also allows estrogen to dominate, worsening heavy cycles and mood swings. Erratic estrogen highs trigger heavy bleeding, breast tenderness, and migraines. Erratic lows trigger hot flashes, night sweats, and vaginal dryness. Beyond these, estrogen swings also affect the brain, bones, cardiovascular system, and immunity. Now, estrogen can have massive swings over the course of a month, but it can also have massive swings even within the same day. Low estrogen reduces insulin sensitivity. High cortisol from stress worsens glucose control. Together, they create blood sugar swings that trigger anxiety, hot flashes, insomnia, and weight gain. This is why blood sugar balance is foundational in perimenopause. Now, this means that blood sugar can be very high or that it drops too low. In menopause, the adrenals take over about 30% of sex hormone production. Chronic stress diverts pregnenolone into cortisol instead of progesterone or DHEA. This leaves women anxious, fatigued, sleepless, and often hypothyroid or with hypothyroid-like symptoms. The downstream effects, the gut and detox connection. Estrogen regulates serotonin in the gut, which controls motility. When estrogen is low or erratic, peristalsis slows. Peristalsis is the movement of food through the digestive tract. This leads to constipation and bloating. Estrogen also shapes microbiome diversity. Lower levels reduce protective bacteria and impair estrogen clearance. Progesterone normally relaxes GI smooth muscles in rhythm. With its decline, motility becomes erratic and less coordinated. Food moves less efficiently, worsening bloating and constipation, especially when combined with stress. High cortisol breaks down tight junction proteins in the gut, increasing intestinal permeability. This quote-unquote leaky gut allows immune activation, food sensitivities, and IBS-like symptoms. Clinically, this looks like bloating, gas, diarrhea, and inconsistent digestion. The strobolome is the collection of gut bacteria that regulate estrogen metabolism via the enzyme beta-glucuronidase. With dysbiosis, estrogen is deconjugated and reabsorbed, raising circulating estrogen and worsening dominance symptoms like PMS, fibroids, and heavy bleeding. Estrogen metabolism depends on the liver. Phase 1 hydroxylation creates estrogen metabolites. Phase 2 pathways, methylation, sulfation, and glucuronidation, package them for elimination. If these are sluggish, estrogen builds up, causes migraines, breast tenderness, and irritability. In perimenopause, estrogen doesn't decline smoothly. It swings. Surges create more metabolites for the liver to clear. With low progesterone removing the balance, even normal estrogen feels too high. The liver is overburdened and symptoms appear. Phase 1 and 2 detox requires cofactors, B vitamins, magnesium, zinc, sulfur compounds, and methyl donors. Stress and poor diet deplete them. At the same time, midlife brings cumulative toxin exposure, alcohol, medication, plastics, and pesticides. The liver must juggle both estrogen and toxins. When detox is overburdened, estrogen recirculates. Add alcohol, medications, or xenoestrogens and symptoms worsen: fatigue, headache, skin issues, and heavier cycles. Clean lifestyle choices can dramatically reduce the load. The immune system and inflammatory response. Estrogen is immunomodulatory. Its decline raises autoimmunity risk, particularly thyroid disease, joint pain, and brain inflammation. Fluctuations worsen histamine-driven symptoms like allergies, hives, and migraines. Even the red skin and flushing. Progesterone is anti-inflammatory. Its decline allows inflammatory cytokines to rise. Clinically, this looks like joint pain, brain fog, and mood disorders. Short bursts of cortisol reduce inflammation, but chronically high or low cortisol creates immune dysfunction. Women feel fatigued, get sick more often, and heal slowly. The immune system becomes unstable. Clinical symptoms that arise. Clinically, women present with bloating, constipation, diarrhea, reflux, and food sensitivities. IBS often worsens during perimenopause, driven by hormone swings and stress. Migraines, PMS, heavy bleeding, breast tenderness, rashes, acne, and sensitivity to alcohol or medications often reflect liver overload combined with estrogen fluctuations. Joint pain and muscle pain, brain fog, anxiety, depression, and autoimmune flares are all tied to declining progesterone, fluctuating estrogen, and cortisol dysregulation. Low progesterone impairs GABA, making it harder to fall asleep. Blood sugar swings and cortisol spikes wake women at 2 to 3 a.m. Estrogen and neurotransmitter fluctuations destabilize mood, drive irritability, anxiety, and depression. Now let's look at the integration of pathways. Declining progesterone leaves estrogen unopposed. Estrogen swings destabilize neurotransmitters. Blood sugar swings fuel adrenal stress. Gut and liver overload worsen estrogen recirculation, and together they form a self-reinforcing cycle. Hormone imbalance activates stress responses. Stress disrupts gut, thyroid, and detox function. Those dysfunctions feed back into hormone imbalance. Breaking this cycle requires system-wide support, not just hormone replacement. Let's look at the application of this. The anchors blood sugar balance to stabilize cortisol and progesterone, stress reduction to preserve adrenal contribution, gut and liver support for estrogen clearance, and sleep and movement to reduce systemic inflammation. These are biochemical interventions, not just lifestyle suggestions. The Dutch test maps estrogen, progesterone, and metabolites. The GI map or gut zoomer reveals dysbiosis and the estrobolome health. Liver labs like ALT, AST, GGT, and bilirubin show detox strain. Cortisol and thyroid testing shows how stress suppresses function. Together, these provide a systemic picture. A 46-year-old woman had heavy cycles, anxiety, hot flashes, and bloating. Labs showed low progesterone, erratic estrogen, dysbiosis, and high cortisol. Her plan included the perimenopause plate, adrenal support, liver detox, and probiotics. Within months, cycles were lighter, mood was calmer, sleep was better, and digestion improved. We also included minerals as well as digestive support. Now let's look at the summary. The root drivers of systemic perimenopause symptoms are progesterone decline, estrogen swings, blood sugar instability, and adrenal stress. These ripple through gut, liver, detox, and immune systems. Addressing them holistically transforms outcomes. Perimenopause isn't just a hormone problem. It's a whole system challenge. With the right support, women can feel calm, clear, and confident again. If you're ready for personalized support, I'd love to talk to you about my Perimenopause Reset or my Total Transformation Program. You deserve to feel like yourself again, rested, calm, and confident.